Recently, I was playing the game when I earned enough gold to upgrade one of the items in the game. Being someone who plays the game fairly well, I decided to upgrade. The problem was that it was early in the morning when I did the upgrade, and I was half asleep when I did the deed, so I foolishly clicked again and cancelled the upgrade. I didn't even know what I was doing until after the cancellation. I felt so bad that all the planning was accidentally erased, so I thought of ways to see how I could get the progress back. But after much looking and effort, I could not. I was stuck with a mistake that I could not undo. Looking through the internet, I was actually shocked to see that this sort of thing happens regularly and that it's happened to people more than once. What's interesting is that people had more than a few comments about it. From what I've read, originally when the game was first released, there was no penalty when you canceled an upgrade. So if you wanted to upgrade and then cancel, the full amount will be refunded. Comments from online sources and Supercell's own forums say that players would abuse the feature by hiding the resources in the build to avoid the loss during raids and cancel the build to use the resources when they really needed it. The method was rather effective, even more than having the loot within the clan castle. Eventually, Supercell decided that canceled builds would only get 50% returned, and people stopped doing that method. Furthermore, players would bring up discussion and points about the true accidental cancellations, like my own, and wondered if there was a way to get a full refund. Others who had the experience happened to say that there will be no way to get it back, and they would just have to accept the loss and move on. As a last resort, I deleted the game and later reinstalled it. The synchronization had the game after the accidental stopping of the upgrade, even when I last synchronized the game before the accident. There was nothing that I could do. I even deleted it again and had a friend install it on their phone to see if another device would work. Sadly, no. By thinking hard and planning wisely, I used my shield and gems to boost production to recoup most of the losses, and with a strong defense and determination I was able to upgrade again, even though the loss pushed me back about a day or two in upgrade time. Later I learned through text messages and actual conversations with friends who also play told me of their own experiences. First of all, they were surprised to hear that it happened to me just once. With their experiences and people that they knew as well, it happened more than a few times, as well as the amounts they had lost. I lost 1.5 million gold. A friend told me that she lost a total of 5 million elixir from a troop upgrade combined with a week of raids and losses as a result. Another friend told me he lost 3 million from a day of clashing when he was a bit drunk and he cancelled 2 upgrades at once. All mentioned the same thing. The losses could not be regained and they had to cut their losses and try to regain control of the situation the best they could. It particularly spooked my female friend who had to deal with a week of raid losses in excess of 300,000. She mentioned to me that whenever she did an upgrade from then on, she never clicked on the object for any reason. Even if she wanted to change the layout of her village, she didn't want to risk an accidental cancellation again. When I think about cancellations from my experience and other players, I think it's sort of sad. Especially now with what we were talking about, how it wasn't so upsetting or annoying before. Now with certain aspects of cheapness in the game, it's at a whole other level currently. All we can say to other players who never had it happen to them, just be extraordinarily careful once you start that upgrade, or think before you spend. If it's happened to you already, you know the disappointment. Has anyone have their own annoying cancellation stories?